Here we go again in this second half of the game between Ghana and Cabo Verde. At the break, the score was 1-0, and Ghana is leading the score. There's still plenty to play for in the second half, as we can expect more drama, more chances, and perhaps more goals after the interval. Are we going to see a tactical change from the Cabo Verdean side, who will try to win this first contest as they make their debut in the AFCON? Or is Ghana gonna lead the match again and score a second or probably a third goal? Make sure that they win and secure the 3 points to move forward in this tournament. We have now a substitution in the Cabo Verdean side, as Romina Martins entering the pitch instead of Lopez. These are the halftime substitutions. This is the start of the second half of the game between Ghana and Cabo Verde, as Ghana will be looking to make a strong impact in this game after showing signs of progress under this coach Björn Kergren. The coach has brought structure and renewed belief to the Black Queens, and his squad selection points to a team built around leadership, energy, and attacking quality. Cabo Verde trying to move and to unlock the Ghanaian defense, but Ghana again has picked up the ball. It looks like Leia is having a tough moment here on the ground, as she was tackled by Kusi. Bonsu has showed such great performance in the first half, as now we are great shot. We are in the penalty box. Cabo Verde. The first goal of Ghana was scored by Boadua, who played a key role in qualification and is expected to be one of Ghana's most important attacking players in this tournament. Great shot from the the Ghanaian player. Now we have Lorca. Gana wins the ball again, trying to move past Moreira. Moreira is trying to make sure that she gains the ball. Jacinta now shoots the ball to her teammates. We're now trying to gain the ball again, but there's great control from the Ghanaian players in the midfield. Here we are. Are we going to see a second goal after the Ghanaian players? But that was a tackle from Cabo Verde. They were now making a counter-attack against the Ghanaian team. Are we going to see Cabo Verde moving past the Ghanaian players? But that's such a great control from Ghanaian side. Here we go with Cabo Verde trying to, but that was the whistle from the referee after Rodriguez just fell down. Now Rodriguez is preparing to shoot the ball as the Ghanaian team is all flooding back to the defense and building their wall, making sure that the goal doesn't get through them. Here we go. Great tackle from Bonsu, who is pulling a great performance in this game. There's a very strong defensive organization and quick counterattacks from the Ghanaian side. Boyaki, from Boyaki to Dua, who is now moving forward. Ghana are again. Boyaki, from Boyaki to Kusi. And are we going to see a second goal? Here we are closer to, we are here in the penalty box. That was a great tackle from you see now the replay as Ghana now have a corner again, the first corner of the second half for Ghana. Here comes the delivery, great tackle from the Cape Verdean side, great defense. There we go, closer, but Now with Lorca, that was goal. What an own goal for Ghana. Now we are witnessing the second goal after a mistake from Vieira in the Cabo Verdean side. That was a mistake, unfortunate mistake for Cabo Verde, but the second goal now for Ghana as they are leading the score in this second half. We can see the replay now. Eleia Vieira just scored an own goal against her team in the second half of this game against Ghana. Cabo Verde are now moving past the Ghanaian side. Are they going to be able to score the first goal in this match? Very organized and precise game from the Ghanaian side. Now the midfield accelerates into the attacking half, but that was a tackle from Cabo Verde. Boyaki. From Boyaki to, but there's still no one to pick up the ball and score the goal. Until now, we have not seen any goals on shot from the Cabo Verdean side in this second half.
Ils sont les ramasseurs de balles.
Kelly seems to be suffering from injury now as the medical team enters the pitch. Simon from Simon to Samson. Rodriguez seems to be, it was just tackled by Samson. We have now a substitution in the Cabo Verdean side as Cleidiana Borges is replacing Tavares.
Substitution for Cabo Verde team. The player number 19, Raisa Luria Perez Afonso, is replaced by player number 9, Cleidiana Monterio Maria Borges.
We have a free kick now from Boyaki. The wall now is being carefully positioned from the Cabo Verdean side. All eyes are now on Boyaki. Still a chance for Ghana to score. Simon from Simon to Boyaki. From Boyaki, the ball goes again. You can see an organized and precise game. At 9 p.m. we will witness the last game of the first phase of the group stage as Cameroon take on Mali. At 9 p.m. in the Larbi Zaouli Stadium here in Casablanca. There's a corner for Ghana again. Here comes the delivery. Jacinta from Cabo Verde just suffered, has a problem in her shoulder as the medical team are now entering the pitch to examine her. We have now a substitution in the Ghanaian side as Adubea and Ansa are getting into the pitch and replacing Kusi and Kujo. Now, as we are in the 61st minute into this second half, we are only 30 minutes away from the end of this game, as now Ghana are leading the score with 2 goals against 0, with the second goal being an own goal and an unfortunate mistake from the first-timers Cabo Verde in their first ever match in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Ghana again picking up the ball brilliantly, and Bonsu passing the ball. Jacinta. Samson is now moving forward with the ball. Dua is on the ground after the medical team are just now leaving the pitch. We hope that everything is okay with Dua. Brilliant save from Conlan. The attacker now is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That was close. She was close to scoring the third goal. There's great pressing in the midfield now. Cabo Verde trying to unlock the Ghanaian defense, but seems to be an impossible mission as Ghana gain the ball again with Samson. Samson is now moving the ball. Simon is Ghana has now great possession of the ball here in the second half as we have now a free kick. Who will shoot the ball? Santewa or Boyaki? That was a powerful effort from distance, but she just missed the shot. Simon gives the ball back to Boyaki from the goalkeeper to Boyaki again, who now is trying to look who has more space to pick up the ball and move forward. Dua. From Dua to Bonsu. Bonsu back to Boyaki. Boyaki to Sampson. Sampson trying to move past the Cape Verdean defense, who are not letting any Ghanaian player move past them. Such an organized and precise quality from the Ghanaian players. Brilliant save from Conlan. What a great tackle from Cape Verdean defense. Moreira gives the ball to Rodriguez. Now from Rodriguez to Larissa. Larissa trying to look, gives back to Rodriguez. Who has more space? Who will be able to move past the midfield and unlock the Ghanaian defense and score the first goal? First ever goal for Cape Verdean women's team in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. What a great shot and brilliant save from Conlan. We were closer to witnessing a shot from a goal from long distance from the middle of the pitch. Cape Verde are now gathering momentum, trying as much as they can to score their first ever goal in Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Ghana closer too, but a great tackle from Cape Verde. Still, we are close to the penalty box, but Cape Verde pick up the ball again. Now with Santewa. Santewa looking for Samson is trying to find space and move forward, but Ghana, here they are. Boyaki, such a great quality of play from Ghana, who have showed such an organized, precise and quality of game in this first match. Cabo Verde seems to be struggling as they are on the defense line since the beginning of the second half. We have now a substitution in the Ghana side as Opoku is replacing Dua. Now in the 75th minute of the second half. As we have seen before, Dua was suffering from pain. From Simon to Opoku, who just came onto the pitch after substituting Dua. Bonsu. Rodriguez. Was Rodriguez against Samson in this moment. Simon, from Simon to Boyaki. Boyaki gives it again to Opoku. Now we have a free kick for Ghana as Cabo Verde is setting up the wall, and as Cabo Verde and also Ghana will try to pick up the ball in this free kick and score it. Lorca, from Lorca to Ansa. Ansa back to Simon. From Simon to Opoku. Brilliant tackle from Larissa. We can see the replay now. Was there a hand touch from Semedo? After the hand touch, we now have a free kick for Ghana. This is a chance for them to score the third goal in this encounter. Lorca is actually Cabo Verde just set up the wall straight. The goalkeeper's trying to make sure that the ball doesn't get in the back of the net. Here's the delivery, but that just went above the cross bar. Now we have a substitution as Semedo is replacing now Natasha Wanon. Only 10 minutes away from the end of this game between Ghana and Cape Verde, as now Ghana is leading the score with 2 goals against 0 for Cape Verde. The first timers have suffered this afternoon to score their first ever goal in a World Women's Africa Cup of Nations, as the experienced Black Queens had a more organized play with great tactics. As they had more goals on shots in this second half and also in the first half. But Cape Verde, until now, were not able to make it past the Ghanaian defense. Now again, Samson is one-on-one with Rosario. Samson. Against Borges. Cape Verde pick up the ball brilliantly. The ball goes back to Jacinta. Should make sure that there's no mistake in delivering the ball to the goalkeeper, as it can cause an own goal in some cases in football matches. Moreira. And Moreira, that was a mistake, as Ghana take the ball again. And here we have Asantewa. From Asantewa, that was a tackle against Ansa. Asantewa to Boyaki. Then to Lorca. Lorca to Simon, as Simon is being tackled by Rodriguez. From Rodriguez to Opoku again in the Ghanaian side. As Boyaki gives the ball again to Simon. From Simon to Opoku, who is giving the ball now to Samson. Samson now is surrounded by 3 defenders. She's trying to dribble the ball and go past the defenders and move to the penalty box. Great shot from Ansa. Great shot from Ansa. 5 minutes left in this game. Now the attacker is head one-on-one with the keeper, but great defense as Ghana are trying to avoid conceding goals from the first-timers Cabo Verde, who are struggling to unlock the defense and score their first ever goal. Now we have a corner from Cabo Verde. What a save from Conlan. Lorca has just been tackled by Rodriguez. From Rodriguez to Moreira, and now Kelly. From Kelly to Semedo. Semedo now. Great tackle from Ghana. Closer to scoring the third goal. Only 3 minutes away from the final whistle. Are we going to see a third goal? That was close. Very close to reaching the back of the net. Now we have a substitution from the Ghanaian side as Badu is replacing Lorca in the 87th minute of this encounter.
Player number 8, shouted with by Gana, is replaced by player number 13, Erin Badu.
Simon, from Simon, searching for a spot to give it to Samson, but now we are in the penalty box. Are we going to see a third goal? But that was a shot that went above the crossbar.
Moreira. Additional time, 4 minutes.
just suffered after falling down. We have now 4 minutes as an additional time in this encounter between Ghana and Cabo Verde, as now Ghana are leading the score with 2 goals against 0, as Cabo Verde were not able to score any goal in their first ever participation in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. The VAR are checking for a possible red card. We see now the replay. Did Borge just push the other player to her fall? Still the VAR checking possible red card. That was a reckless tackle from Borges against Ansa. The VAR are now checking for a possible red card, as we are only minutes away from the final whistle of this encounter between Ghana and the first-timer Cabo Verde, who conceded 2 goals in the first ever game in Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Everyone is waiting for the decision of the referee. There's a red card. For Borges, who is now being sent off, only 2 minutes away from the final whistle. This will change the course of the game, as now Cabo Verde are playing with 10 players against 11 for Ghana, who is already leading the score in this encounter. Are we going to see a third goal conceded by Cabo Verde after now having 1 player being sent off after receiving a red card? Here's the delivery from the Ghanaian player. Are we going to see a third goal? So close still, but it was far from reaching the back of the net. Borges is now leaving the pitch. Jacinta is trying as much as she can to avoid conceding any more goals. Cabo Verde, are we going to see the first goal even with 10 players for Cabo Verde? Boyaki. From Boyaki to Ansa. Now Ansa gives the ball to Bonsu. Bonsu to Ansa. Now with Simon sending the ball. Tackle from Cabo Verde in defense. From Boyaki to Simon, and from Simon to Samson, who will be able to find more space and move between the lines and score the third goal in this encounter. From Bonsu. Boyaki is now trying to move past the Cape Verdean defense, but that was what a tackle from Cabo Verde. Moreira is on the ground after suffering a tackle from Samson. We are now in the 5th minute in additional time. Comes the final whistle of this game between Ghana and Cabo Verde, as Ghana now secured the 3 points in the first game of the first phase of the group stage of the women's WAFCON as Cabo Verde suffered to make any goals on shot or scoring any goals in the first ever participation in the WAFCON. 2-0 for Ghana. A goal from Bodua in the 7th minute and an own goal from Vieira in the 54th minute. Now on the top of the table we have Ghana with 3 points. We will have to wait for the game between Cameroon and Mali at 9 p.m. in Larbizaouli Stadium in Casablanca to know who will secure another 3 points in the Group D of the Women's Africa Cup of the WAFCON 2026, as tomorrow Morocco, the host nation, will play against Algeria in a North African clash at 9 p.m. in Moulay El Hassan Stadium in Rabat. Before that, Senegal will face Kenya at 6 p.m. in the Olympic Stadium in Rabat. In Group A of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco 2026.
Very great match today, dominant performance against debutant Cape Verde. Just how are you feeling after that performance as a team and getting this player of the match accolade?
I'm super proud of the team. We know we have to still step up for the next games because the goal is to go for gold, but I'm super proud right now, even for myself.